Hey folks, this is the other Barack coming to you live and direct from South Africa. We are still here, going back to the homeland very soon. This is a video of Ben Shapiro in response to Mahmoud Khalil. Let's take a listen.
The Democrats have decided to full-scale embrace their radical, insane people. One of those people is Mahmoud Khalil. You remember Mahmoud Khalil. He was picked up and was prepared for deportation by the Trump administration. He, of course, had a green card. And then he claimed that his support for radical terrorist groups like Hamas and Hezbollah, well, he actually had a right to do all of that. Well, a judge ordered that he be released. The first thing that he did, this wonderful addition to American life, he didn't go back to being a productive citizen because he wasn't a productive citizen in the first place. He's not even a citizen. Mahmoud Khalil instead went directly back to Columbia University to protest while wearing a Palestinian flag on the day after the President of the United States authorized the taking out of the Iranian nuclear facilities. And he was celebrated. The left was so excited because that's what they believe America needs more of. People who love terrorists and who support terrorist regimes.
Colombia, you won't hide. Colombia, you can hide. Colombia, you can hide. You're supporting genocide. You're supporting genocide. You're supporting.
I'm so glad that we released this person back into the public as opposed to deporting him to a country that is more in line with his viewpoints. We definitely need to import more people like Mahmoud Khalil. Now, you should remember that he's a Syrian-born Palestinian. He came to the country in 2022 as a guest, according to Hussein Abubakar Mansour, writing for the Free Press, ostensibly to study at Columbia University. While here, he spent his time organizing campus protests in support of Hamas and Hezbollah, both officially designated by the United States as foreign terrorist organizations. In these riots, buildings were vandalized, windows smashed, classes disrupted, students threatened with physical harm. Of course, had Mahmoud Khalil told the truth about why he was in the United States in the first place when he was applying for a visa, he never would have been let in. The Trump administration decided to revoke his green card. He served as the negotiator for the Columbia University Apartheid Divest, a student organization that cheered for the total eradication of Western civilization. Now again, this is the left celebrating people like Mahmoud.
So my biggest issue with the whole thing is the fact that he was a part of that student organization, which is very clear about what their intentions are, which is the destruction of the West. And it starts with the same country which they are being given permission to talk about destroying inside of it. They are American college students, university, prestigious Ivy League level students that are publicly talking about how they wish and ask for the destruction of their own institution, their own leadership, their own government, and their own country. These are the same students that go and burn the American flag. I just don't understand it. I really don't understand it. I fail to understand it. You should fail to understand this. You can say that maybe we don't have enough information. I don't know what other information you need to have when they're literally saying it at these protests. If a lot of the people who are advocating for Israel's right to exist also asked for the destruction of America and burnt the American flag, I would be one of the first people to condemn it on my platform. I've said this 100 times. Like, if you look at the moral equivalency just by the phrases and slogans and words and terms and signs and papers and published articles that you look at from the anti-Israel side and the side that supports it to exist, all of that should basically tell you enough. Just look at the student body groups across university campuses. First of all, look at the sizes of them and look at what they're saying. And then you have to ask yourself, how is it that the Jewish students, how is it the ones that support Israel's right to exist, that they are some supremacy, that the Jews, again, are the ethnic supremacy. In every single situation that you want to weigh this whole thing, the Jewish population, the Israeli population, the ones who are not anti-Israel or anti-Zionist, are usually the smaller one. And if you're an ethnic supremacy, you're not usually the smaller one. And you might make the case, well, it's not just about the size of it. Yeah, it kind of is. It kind of is. Look at the size of Israel. How many Jewish states are there in the world? How many Muslim nations are there in the world? How many Muslims are there in the world? How many Jews are there in the world? 2.1 billion Muslims, 15 million Jews, one Jewish state, 50 plus Muslim nations. I don't understand how you can compute this, where this math comes from. And I don't understand how people like him are allowed back in. It has nothing to do with being Islamophobic. It It has nothing to do with that. He also even wasn't honest on his reasons for coming to the country in the first place, let alone just being somebody who's advocating for more violence and destruction. Yeah, I just don't really get it. I really don't. This isn't even a Republican Democrat thing for me. As an American, I just don't understand this. I'm not sure how you could either. It's unbelievable. Thank you so much for all your support. See you next video. If you want to continue the conversation, you can support my work for free. Discord does not cost a thing. It is the best way to connect with me and others who are seeking the truth. The link is in the description. But if you want to take it one step further, my Patreon gives you access to the Israel you don't see, uncovering the untold stories of what mainstream media does not show you. The link is in the description, and it helps me to continue this work. Or if you're just looking to help this thing go, PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee is a really easy way to support me. This channel, this work does not happen without all of you. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you next time.